good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Exciting day. It's a beautiful Sunday. The Big Bash cricket starts tonight. Love a bit of Big Bash, a bit of cricket. Can't wait. Interesting couple of days for Big 10-8. Poor girlfriend had a massive power outage at her house on Wednesday night, right before I was about to stream. Wasn't good. I had to can the stream, drive over there and give her a hand. And yeah, followed that up with not a lot of painting this week. Normally I paint most days, but yeah, since Wednesday I haven't picked up a brush. I was contemplating starting a new project today, but subscription must have lapsed top. I see what's up. Don't like me anymore, eh? Well, you can suck it, Trebek. That is weird. Let me see if it works for me, pal. G'day, Mateo. I don't. It's not a new project. It's just this guy's holding the severed heads for a standard. So it's sort of the end of this project. We have decided on the next project, which I have prepared. And we'll be starting that tomorrow. So yeah, not done a lot of painting the last couple of days, but I have been learning how to do 3D printing in preparation for my Cyberpunk City project that we've got coming up at some point. Hey, oh yeah. Yeah, look, so it's been a wild time, but one of my friends, whom you'd all remember, assisted me with 3D printing from Camelot. He's currently renovating his house, and so he's not doing a lot of printing at the moment, and he asked if I'd like to borrow his printer just to see if I was gonna like it, wanted to muck around with it. G'day Millennia, g'day Audrey, hello Neshland. Yeah, so I had 2 failed prints, but last night I started this one, and it came out pretty well, I think. Certainly, I don't know why this lower half is a little bit messy, but this top half is awesome. Yeah, so I'm pleased. That's the first piece of the puzzle. Yeah, this is fun, eh? Very friendly looking. I'll show you the whole thing together soon. Yeah, so it's the first one that I've managed to work. I'm pleased. I've got another one going literally this moment. This actual moment it's going. I sliced up the file last night. It's a much more ambitious one than that one. I've tried to put like 15 different little objects on the plate. See how it works. So it's a interesting process, this 3D printing gear. These are Roman heads, by the way. You can tell from this guy's little haircut. Well, and the Roman helmet, I suppose. So yeah, if you've not seen my grandiose plans for my cyberpunk city that I'll be doing as a project in the next little while, yeah, something to look forward to. Going to be outstanding. I'm using all Nico Galaxy figures. I've got a whole pile of LED strips and LEDs that I'm planning on wiring. Yeah, I mean the actual painting part, when I get to that point, will probably be the finishing point. But I'm learning how to like code LEDs. I'm learning how to solder all sorts of stuff together, a circuit, so that I can basically have a city that flashes on and off. Changes. But I need to do some tests before we get any painting done, because I need to understand what I want to try and achieve out of the UV light thing. Because I would like to have the whole city light up, in a way that actually changes how the figures look. But understand how I'm going to do that yet. So. Yeah, I'm hopeful. I certainly feel more confident after Camelot that I can finish a project of that scale. Whether or not I can finish it the same way I see in my brain, I don't know. I'll probably try and do a little cyberpunk piece with some LEDs as a practice run, just like a little one-off piece. Yeah. Have I got any cyberpunk figures? I don't really have anything appropriate for it now, but I'll pick something up. Maybe a bust or something, that might be cool. Alright, well if you've not seen this piece that I'm working on, this is from a trio of busts. Oh yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I haven't painted for like 3 or 4 days and I can already feel just a little bit goobier, a little bit less good. So you've got finally arrived, did it? It's about time, man. Finally. So have you played the game? Had any games of it? Yeah. Sleeving that monster does take a while. That is an absolute fact. And you went XE laser, which is good. The one I went with. 10 out of 10, would recommend it. Hey, Cavstar. Thanks, champion. I'm going to give you... G'day, Kit Checker. Let me give you a little shout out. Hello, Miss Biao. Maybe. Well, friends, welcome to all of the new friends. Here's Cavster's thing. You should all go and follow that champion. I'll give you a little rundown. I paint little toy soldiers. I'm pretty cool at it. Here's something I did on stream a couple of weeks ago. I've also done some bigger projects. Here is a bigger project I did a few months ago. Thanks for the follow, Kill Alcohol. Thanks, Cabster. That was a cool project. Took a long time. And at the moment, I'm currently working on. This is about to finish this video. I've seen it before. And I'm about to work on these trio of busts. Well, keep working on. This is the third one in the group, this one that I'm working on at the moment. He's holding a banner with some severed heads. So that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm just mulling over. My next project is going to be this figure, which is an awesome figure. She sort of floats on this thing. So I'm starting that tomorrow. Should be good. Should be good fun. Anyway, there you go. I'm going to go back to painting my severed heads. Which probably looks a little bit less exciting than some of the other stuff I've done. How was your stream today, Cavster? What did you do? I had a little look at your page just before. You're doing diorama building as well. Here he is. What sort of diorama are you building? Oh, that's me. Yeah. Got any Instagrams or something I can have a look at?
Going downstairs to have some dinner.
No, we drive on the right side.
More plastic than the Kardashians.
There are 7 of us here currently.
Yes.
G'day, Rapid Transit. Awesome. Bit of diorama building. I love it. Well, welcome. Cool. Neshland, these figures are from FER Miniatures. And they are called something. I remember. It's like the Gaulish something. FER. They're a super cool trio of Gaelic warriors. Awesome. Yeah, I've got a big diorama that I'm actually working on at the moment. I was just talking about it before you champions raided in. It's a big cyberpunk city, and I'm learning how to well, I'm learning how to 3D print stuff, so I just 3D printed that. It's my first print ever. Not my sculpt, but. And I'm learning how to put together flashy lights and stuff. It's pretty cool. I've got one going right now. I hope it works. Well, I guess it would be nice. I could touch your body. I know not everybody has got a body like you, so I gotta think twice. Yeah, I'd love to. G'day, MK Finder. So yeah, it's a sculpt I bought from my mini factory, and it's using Siraya fast grey resin and an Elegoo Mars Pro 2, and I have learnt a lot so far, just around setup and what have you. I'm not sure why we have this like filmy bit down the bottom here. Don't know. And you can see the quality of the print around this bottom area is rubbish, but it's like it found its groove about here, and then everything up from here up is absolutely awesome. So yeah, so I've tried, this is my third attempted one, and I'm not really sure why anything failed, but I'm learning. So this, this 3D printing, this resin is quite durable actually. My friend who I was talking about, this resin told me this was a really durable resin. Yeah, that's actually, it's a little bit of resin. So I wasn't sure what was going on. I've got a little paper towel here. I'm catching it. I hollowed this one out, so the little program I use to do stuff, I hollowed out, which was great that I figured out how to do that. Go me. But I didn't put a hole in the bottom, so the there was resin trapped inside the little this, because it's actually a thing. And this, so when it finished printing, I was like, oh wow, I can't submerge it in water because it's a solid piece and it's got air inside it, so it was bobbing up and down in the wash and cure machine. So I tried to drill that little hole in it to make it easier to submerge in the wash or cure station, and unfortunately that did not work as intended. It still floated around in there, so I just said fuck it. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this print. I'll be able to use this, I think, in my diorama. Yeah, so this is actually it's the wash and cure liquid, which is isopropyl alcohol and water leaking out of a hole, and some leftover resin that didn't cure properly as well. I'm no expert. This is literally, the third print I've ever done, and the other two were yesterday. So I am no maestro when it comes to anything to do with this particular hobby. but generally when I set my mind to something, I'm annoying. I'm very annoying. Very, very annoying. And I will continue doing something until I am satisfied that I've achieved the outcome that I want. Well, that's an interesting question. So, the resin that they cast figures in is a different type of resin. Oh yes, absolutely, I should be wearing gloves. I don't follow any safety protocols. I'm very bad at all that sort of stuff. Go Robbie's Hobbies. Yep, this is all things we're going to learn over the next few little weeks. No doubt. So the resin that they make figures out of is a two-part resin, and it's actually not as durable as stuff that comes out of a 3D printer. So what you generally have people doing with 3D printing is they will sculpt their stuff, print it out using a really high-tech fancy 3D printer, and then they'll make a cast, a mold of it. No, I know none of this. This is very helpful. But I'm that stupid that I probably will do that anyway, and that will be how I will learn not to do that. It's by burning myself. Well, it's the UV light that cures it, my friend. So, there you go. To clean that, so I have a wash and cure station, and it's half isopropyl alcohol, half water. Yes, a mixture of the two. The printer is in a ventilated area as much as I can in my house because I literally only have one main living area and I have the door open to outside, sort of. But it's probably not as ventilated as it should be. I live life dangerously, friends. I'm a loose cannon. Look at my airbrushing. That's a great question. I'm going to assume yes, because I borrowed all of this equipment from a friend, and he's a bit of a resin printing guru, and this is the exact setup that he used. So. I get so tired of dealing with safety stuff. Which sounds so dumb when you say it out loud, really. But it's my job every day. Just like when I get home, I don't want to fucking deal with this shit. Fuck gloves. Should be the other way around. But it's not. So, I watched a film last night on my television called Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Hey Scott, thanks mate. I'm going to be using a couple of different things. I've got some LED strips that you see a lot of cosplayers using in their cosplay. I'm going to be using some just one-off LEDs, some of the LED filament flexible cable things, and that's as far as I've gotten so far. Hopefully I don't develop an allergy to it, but if I do, I'll just get someone else to print them for me. It's one of the advantages of being very popular and famous. So yeah, I just I just decided to watch Shang-Chi last night. It was awesome, man. Fucking hell. So I didn't watch it with my girlfriend. I know for a fact she would not have liked it. It's not her type of film at all. She just would have been like, this sucks. What did Anna think of it? Did she watch it? Did she like it? I don't know if she's into Marvel movies and stuff, but I liked how I mean, it's an Asian film almost, yeah. Like it was an Asian film, because I used to watch Asian films when I was younger. Jet Li, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Still love the way they shot them. Cinematography, it's awesome. So yeah, good for representation. That was exactly what I was just going to say. It's awesome. I had some small criticisms of the film. I don't know that they fused the Asian stuff, the Asian mythology as well as they could have. I don't know. It felt a little forced sometimes. Yeah, Awkwafina was good, but she's always the same character, isn't she? Yeah, the third act. Yeah. It's just Marvel following their formula, giant space battle in the air, just like so many other Marvel films. And hey, they know what works. They do their thing, and I absolutely enjoyed the film 100%. So no complaints here. But yeah, it just didn't quite land particularly the third act, the Asian style stuff. I don't know if they built up enough of that. Anyway. Oh yeah, he was awesome. But it's the same as Thanos, right? You don't feel like he's a villain. You feel like he thinks he's doing what he's got to do. And the best villains are ones that you can empathise with their situation. Which is why Thanos was so fucking awesome, because you felt like his motivation is one that you could get on board with from a certain point of view. But no, that's a solid 8 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. Liked the little final scenes. Absolutely loved the cameos. Benedict Wong's cameo was awesome. Abomination was awesome. And then Captain Marvel and Mark Ruffalo. Bruce Banner at the end. Sick. So good. No, I'm gonna wait and watch all that to binge, which is good. I've only got one show that I can hold on to weekly, which is Wheel of Time. Yeah, I thought it was good. It's a good film. I liked it. And it scored very well on Rotten Tomatoes. It scored very well with critics. G'day, pun expected. Which is, well, in a way, I guess a bit surprising, but yep, loved him. So, yeah, let's do a Wheel of Time review. I've read the books many times, so I'll try not to spoil anything that is from the books, but I will talk a little bit about some of the changes. So the show Loyal is a little bit smaller than book Loyal. Which I didn't mind, because I felt like they captured the essence of him. They landed him as a character, and for me that's more important. I wrote a little Twitter thing the other day about Wheel of Time and how you just got to appreciate it's a different medium. You can't turn around and go, this isn't how it happens in the books, and like have that be a reasonable perspective. And people aren't reasonable, obviously. People are stupid and dumb and all that sort of stuff. But I just, the mediums are different. People blowing up about, oh no, they're going to turn the Dragon Reborn into someone other than it is in the books. Of course they're not going to do that, you fucking peanuts. But what they're doing is creating some suspense. They're trying to give people a reason to tune in by having this mystery of who's the Dragon Reborn, who is it in the first season. And when you read the book, it's fucking bleedingly obvious who it is, because it's the POV character who fucking is the book is based on, obviously. But they can't do that in a show and have it work, because you can't see into a person's head very well, and you can't do it and have it just be about one person, particularly in this post Game of Thrones world where people are used to dealing with many plot lines, many characters, and you know. So the fact that they've made changes based on turning the property into a episodic format, great. The fact that they've made changes for the ability to turn it into television, which is what Loyal falls into, great. And what I've enjoyed most about the show so far has been where they have gone, yeah, we're going to have to cut out this entire section because it didn't work in this compressed time frame of 8 episodes that we're trying to deal with, which I thought was actually a brilliant masterstroke of a decision. It's a city called Camelin, which they completely cut out of the first season, but apparently is making a comeback in season 2. I would say that's probably the same as how I feel, that episode 5 was the least impressive episode. It may have felt that way because episode 4 was my favourite. Thanks Valzir for subscribing on YouTube. Episode 4 was the most Wheel of Time feeling, the most interesting, particularly as a book reader, because they delved into a lot of stuff that just happens off screen, and for me that was really interesting. And they indeed, and they added a massive amount of lore in the 4th episode in a really non-ham-fisted way. Like in the first 2 episodes, it just felt like they were doing big exposition dumps. It was like, blah, 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 this is fucking Manetherin. Whereas that episode 4, you were learning stuff because people were doing their normal things, and it was very cleverly done, I thought. So yeah, that was my favourite episode thus far. Episode 4, and episode 5 may have felt shittier because it was following on the heels of episode 4. But I do think that episode 5 brought a little bit of a breather. There needed to be some slower pace stuff happening, just to give the characters a bit of time to yeah. I wonder if so this is to dive into the books a tiny bit. It's a tiny bit of a spoiler, but not really. I wonder if they're planning on completely removing a character called Elada and replacing her storyline with Leandrin. And there's another change that I've seen some book readers having a complaint about. Land, showing so much emotion. In the books, Land doesn't ever show emotion. He's a granite-faced, stone-cold badass. That just doesn't translate. That doesn't translate to the television. You need to see emotion somewhere, and I felt like that was a nice way to show that Land feels very, very deeply. He just doesn't show it all that often. So, yeah. Well, I sort of hope it doesn't happen, and I'm hoping they're just saving her character for season 2 or something like that, because I feel like there's enough differences between Elada and Leandrin that it might impact it later on. Again, without spoiling later stuff. So I feel like the season's really started to pick up steam though, like the way that the first couple of episodes went wasn't landing. You know, like it was awesome for a book reader to see it on film, but I don't know that the show was going to grab an audience based on the first couple of episodes. But I think episodes 3 and 4 really started to find its feet, and I think episode 5 was actually a necessary break episode to really just dive into the characters and their who they are and the types of people that they are. Neither was I, but as soon as it happened I was like, oh, that's awesome. Because it gave you the sense of time. You know, one of the biggest criticisms of Wheel of Time in the last, well, not Wheel of Time, Game of Thrones in the last few seasons was time just became an irrelevant factor. People are teleporting across the planet. So there's a few characters who are vastly different to the books. Tom Merrilin, vastly different introduction, vastly different tone. Absolute win. He's a star. Like, that guy is killing it. I feel like the Moiraine casting is awesome. She's just absolutely perfect, and I'm digging her a lot. Alana Masvani, good character casting as well. Egwene is growing on me a lot. Perrin's perfect. Yeah, loved Tom. Absolutely loved him. I'll tell you, the only criticism I've got so far of the show as a whole is I just wish they had more time to spend with the characters. You know, episode 1 felt so quick. Episode 2 felt so quick. Episode 3, they finally, I felt like they got the pacing right. Episode 4 was the best one so far because it felt like they just spent time with characters. Must be something else, mate. Must be something that's happened off screen, because I can't think of any reason why they'd recast him for his performance in the show. He's been awesome. So I hope in season 2 they get to make 10 episodes, or they get to slow the pace down a little bit. one thing that happens in the books is that the pace in the books does slow down between books 7 to 12, 13. Which is why they're trying to condense it into 8 seasons and not 14 for the number of books there are. But as a passionate book reader, I have to say, I am depressed by reading some people's responses, other passionate book readers' responses about the show. It's never, ever, ever going to be the same as the books. Ever. And it's just silly to think that that was going to be the case. It's silly to be disappointed by things not being the same as they were in the books. It's just... On Twitter I read people going, oh, they've ruined it, I'm turning off, the show sucks. It's nothing like the characters in the books. Fuck off, idiot. Just fuck off. It's awesome. It's its own thing. But it's awesome. Wonder how my print's going. Let me go and have a look. I can't tell. Yeah. I've enjoyed the shit out of the show as well. And I'm probably up there with fans of the book series that's got a stupid memory for a lot of things, you know. Like I can tell you a whole pile of minor secondary characters in the books, and like I'm an absolute nuffy, as you all know. I'm a bit of a nuffy when it comes to just about everything, but I just like things. I find the world's very cynical these days. It's far too easy to dislike things than it is to be excited about something, genuinely excited about something. It's a separate conversation for another time, I think. I'm going to see if I can remember all 13 of the Forsaken characters right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're missing 2. I feel like there's got to be one more female. Baltimore rather than Bilal. Yeah. I feel like there's got to be one more female. Oh, there is. I don't know if you noticed this, Luke, but there was actually only 8 statues in the TV show for the Forsaken. I wonder if that means they're changing it to only 8 supervillains. Alright, I can't remember the last one. Let's go and have a look. Oh, easy one. Should have got that one, didn't I? Should have got that one. Samael. I will. I think the casting for Landfair has already been done. Because they announced some season 2 characters a few weeks ago. One they put forth for Elaine Tricand, a very cool character. One they put forward as an important character in the show and didn't say her name. Ishamael, Demandred, Agenor, Balthamor, Raven, Belial, Asmodean, Samael, Landfear, Samurai, Grendale, Mogheed, Masana. The only one I missed was Samael. Probably should have got him. I don't believe so, no. But I don't think she rocks up till the 3rd book. So, actually no, she has been cast, but they haven't announced her yet. I'll just see if I can find the casting of Landfear picture for you. Landfear casting Wheel of Time. So that's Elaine. This chick they reckon's going to be Landfear, but she looks, she doesn't look very Landfeary in that one, but I don't know who she is, but she could be a later. Yeah, but that chick's Landfear, and that's Elaine. I love the casting of Elaine. Very good. Yep. Well, the end of season one is looking like it's going to line up pretty closely with the end of season, or the end of book one, which I'm pumped for. Yeah, that'd be unreal. Yeah, sign me the fuck up for that. Next episode. Yep, almost certainly. What I've liked is that they've been playing up how much trouble Moiraine's going to get in from the Amyrlin. Which may be a misdirect, as it is in the books. But look, thanks, Nates. Just chalk me up as an unashamed fan of the show, and I'll be doing everything in my power to get as many people as I can to watch it, because all I desperately want is for that series to reach a conclusion. Because I can tell you for a fact that the conclusion of The Wheel of Time will be significantly better than the conclusion of another popular fantasy TV show that we've all participated in. Thanks, Nate's Miniatures. What's doing? Your legend. Yeah, awesome, man. Yeah, we just probably spent the last 45 minutes talking about how good it is. I love it. All right. So this is a very minor part of the overall piece, but getting a severed head to look like a severed head is pretty tricky. My girlfriend is not liking it. She thinks it is dog shit. But it comes out on a Friday, and I pick her up from work on a Friday, and we go to her house. And so I've been like, I'm going to be watching Wheel Time as soon as I get to your house. She's like, whatever, man, I'll go do something else. So we watched the first episode together, and she was like, this is fucking terrible, I'm out. And I said, okay. And then I kept watching all three. So, which was great, by the way. Then the next week, episode 4 came out, and I was absolutely buzzing. I was like, this is awesome. Episode 4 is the fucking best. And she was like, this still sucks. But she sat down and on the couch and was sort of watching a little bit in episode 5, and she actually said, oh, that was okay. So we may get her by the end of the season. We'll see. We may not. Yeah, I've enjoyed the CGI. A lot of people have complained about it, but I've enjoyed it. Ah, Pascal! G'day, mate. What's happening on your end of the world, mate? G'day, Arcus. Welcome. Welcome, friends from Pascal's channel. Very nice man, very good painter. Welcome. Let's give you a shout out. Boot. Boot. Follow that guy, everyone. Wonderful human being. Very nice man. G'day, everyone. I'm just painting some severed heads. Ah, yes, wonderful. Thank you, Arcus. We are getting pretty close to the conclusion of this little trio. We've got some true metallic to paint, which we're going to do soon, but we're probably not going to do it for a little while, because I want to finish everything on them, and I'm waiting for an arm to arrive. It's a long story, I don't really need to tell it, but I'm not going to be painting the true metallics this week, I don't think, which means we're going to start a new project. Alright. This is the dude who's holding this banner. Yeah, it looks okay. I'm going to put that head down now and just do a little bit on this guy's cloak. These have been an interesting paint job, like these three friends. I'm not sure that I enjoy how they've ended up. I think they're okay. Just don't think they're my favourite thing I've done recently. But I've done some cool shit recently, so probably okay. Whew. I am a very fast painter, that is true. Fast does not always equal good though. Yes, well, never judge yourself against other painters, mate. That way lies sadness and despair. The only person you should compare yourself to is yourself from a little while ago. Mate, this is my whole technique in a nutshell. Because I'm just all about brush strokes. Ugh. I've reached that point in this project where I'm like, yep, time to pack up shop, Deno. Time to move on. Never a good time to feel that way about your project. I've had a lot of things stalling me on this project. Yeah, Cooch, what's going on? Yes, I'm trying to, yes. Why? Oh, I forgot you're actually a person who wears tartan, aren't you? Well, that makes one of us, mate. Yeah, I was just saying that I feel like I've reached my limit on this particular project. So we're going hard at finishing it very quickly. I try not to, Drumner. I've done so in the past, and those projects are still sitting in my shelf right there from 2 years ago. Let me grab a couple out for you. Show you them. Oh, that's a shocker, Dino. Come on, mate. Pull yourself together. Yeah, I've actually got two sitting there. One's a FER Miniatures chick riding a massive hippogriff thing, and one's a little Journeyman Miniatures dude riding a turtle. But, yeah, neither of those are going to get finished anytime soon. So yeah, I try and avoid stopping stuff mid project, because I really struggle getting enthusiastic about it again. I don't know if that's just me. I'm sure it probably isn't. But yeah, once I drop a project, it's fucking hell to get it back into excitement. Yeah. Yeah, at some point, mate, I'm sure I'll pick it up and be like, today's the day. Today is the day. Hey, one of the advantages of streaming is that those paint mixes are on camera, which is pretty cool. Alright. So the next step on this project is to get this guy's arm on. Paint his arm like the rest of the figure. Super easy. And then metals. Mate, yeah, I probably would say my most used paint brand at the moment is. Now I float between 3 or 4 brands. I float between Chimera, AK, Vallejo, and then Citadel Contrast. They're the ones that I use the most. But it does depend on the day, on what figure I'm painting. Sometimes I decide, yeah, I want to try and learn how to do this. I want to use, Chimera for this, or thanks, mate. No, I'm. It's not that I'm not enjoying it, even though those are the exact words I used before. It's just there's no spark of excitement. Sometimes I'm just absolutely jazzed to sit down and paint a piece. Like, oh yeah, oh. And other times, it's just torturous. Yeah, Chimera for me are probably the best paints in the market at the moment, with a caveat that they're probably not the best paints in the market for new painters. But I guess it would be nice if I could touch your severed heads. I know not everybody likes severed heads like you. Good, good. Yeah, there's a lot of paints like that when you know what you're doing, they're fucking unreal. If you don't know what you're doing, they'll make learning harder. And scale's definitely in that bracket. And so is Chimera. Indeed, one thing I will say, friends, is that it doesn't matter what paints you use. If you're a shit painter, it doesn't matter. And the good painters, doesn't matter what paints they use either. They're all going to be much better than you. So learn how to paint, you shit guys. Or you could give Cujo some finger paints and a toothpick, and he'd still paint something better than me. A poor tradesman always blames his tools, right, Cooge? Never the fucking tools, mate. You can, just no one's going to believe you. Yeah, I'll pay that. All right. Let's put these three chaps together and see how they look. Oh baby, I need some time. G'day, K-Sauce. Some time off from that. Just gonna fill in some stuff in black. I've had a few companies send me products to review, and if I don't like a product, I say so. For some reason, companies have stopped sending me products to review. Don't know why. Mind you, if your product's fucking awesome, then you got nothing to worry about. Try to be honest and transparent in all aspects of my life, including little toy soldiers. Including the painting of little toy soldiers. Alright. Well, look, it's reached a point now where I don't think these models can be judged as individuals. I think we need to judge them as a part of the whole. So let's do that. Come on. Come out, damn you. I shall return. Just had to get my clippies, which were over by my 3D printing station. All right. Yes, this is my issue right now. Is I've just absolutely lost steam. I wonder if that's because I decided to do true metallic metals, and the process that I use for true metallic metals is to do it all at the end. I wonder if that just ruins my enthusiasm. Looks good from behind. I painted that guy's shield and everything from the back. Boo. We're gonna do tattoos on this arm, which I think will cover up a lot of this, which is good. Maybe I'll do a little line down there. I don't mind it, but I don't love it either. I think this is going to end up being one of my pieces that is just okay. They feel like they're in the same environment though, which is good. I feel like they've got the same sort of palette. I don't like this yellow. I think I need to dirty it up a bit or something. Alright, well, I'm depressed by this. I'm going to put this away. Let's look at my leaking 3D print. So the biggest complaints I have about 3D printing thus far oh, there we go. We've succeeded. We've cracked the hole. The biggest complaints I have about 3D printing thus far, it's not just press a button, out comes your cool model, start painting. There's a lot more to it, which is of course to be expected, right? But I guess this is where I was hoping it would end up, is you can just be like, yep, ready to go, here's your cool models, get cracking, press a button, job done. It's just not like that. So I'm thinking I'm going to buy a 3D printer. I'm thinking I'm going to find my settings that work for me, and then I'm just going to never ever ever change it, never change anything, never fuck around with different stuff. Because whatever you say about normal models, there's preparation, right? But that preparation is usually pretty straightforward. This has got a lot of work to go before it'll be ready. I mean, I'll be able to fill in this bottom bit, cover this bottom bit over and stuff, but you're still leaking resin. Come on now. This resin is very durable though. I am impressed by this resin. It's called Soraya Tech resin. I've had some really good. So if you go back and have a look at Camelot Cujo, yeah, let me just bring it up since I've got a video of it right here. That little rock underneath Sir Kay is a 3D printed piece. The rock and the tree at the top there is a 3D printed piece. The tomb is a 3D printed piece. That statue is a 3D printed piece. And the rock that Morgana's standing on is 3D printed. The tree's 3D printed. Yep. So, and honestly, a lot of those didn't feel any different to painting a normal figure. G'day, Benny. This is the first 3D print that finished, Ben, that worked. I did 2 yesterday, they both failed abysmally, but this one worked. This one was using whatever program I downloaded from you, whatever that one's called. I used another one called Lychee Slicer. The 2 3D prints I put out for the Lychee Slicer failed. Yeah, look, mate. I think this is a cool hobby. I don't know that it's for me, like full stop. I don't know that I'm going to be a 3D printing guru. I think I just want to be able to print out bits of terrain for my projects and have that be it. But on your yeah, Taisha Manatherin. Tisha Malkia. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to become a 3D printing die-hard fanatic. Hey, Bucks. Yeah. I've got another print going right now that's a little bit more aggressive than this one, and I'm hoping it works out. I'll just put this one in the little Curie machine for a little bit longer, I think. See if we can call that a day. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one. Do you need to wash another? Do you need to wash it again? Mate, I didn't add any supports to this one, and it worked fine. The two first ones I did, I had supports, and they were terrible. I made sure that it had a nice flat starting surface, and it just came out like this. So I'm happy, but I don't know. I got about 10 different fucking things on one print at the moment. I'm nervous how it's going. See, this is dead set good enough for a piece of terrain on a base. Absolute fact. Yeah, I can wash it again. I have this little UV torch, but it's not been working much recently. I don't think my UV torch is working all that well. Oh wow, all these fucking batteries are cooked. That's probably why. Fuck, I wonder why that has happened. That one's absolutely fucked. G'day, Wilson 4330. Welcome, sir. Welcome to the evening, morning, or afternoon, wherever you are. Alright, well I'm going to call that a day. Yeah, I might just go pop this in the little Curie. Castaway. Oh, Castaway! Yeah! What's doing, you legend? I know this guy. He's a fucking superstar. I'm going to be back in 1 second, Castaway. Hang on, I just did a 3D print that I've got to put in the cure machine. Stand by. Alright, I'm back. I'm back from outer space. Okay. So, since we're not doing anything more on my Gall trio, here you go, Castaway. This is what I've been working on, mate. Yeah, look, it's going okay. This is my project I'm working on at the moment. This trio of Gaulish gentlemen. But I'm going to put that down for the moment. We're not going to do any more on that today. That's just going to sit up there. What we need to decide is, so this is my next piece that I'm going to start tomorrow night. This chick's floating in front of this cool piece of scenery. So what we're going to do is try and find a piece of artwork on the internet that looks good. Fantasy artwork. Alright, let's turn that shit on. Boom. So let's see what we can find for this sort of feel. That's nice. They made a 3D figure out of that. It's very nice. Cool colour palette. Yeah, I just want a colour palette. Is that from Way of Kings? Sure, that's Way of Kings. Crazy. What is happening? Stop fucking doing that. That's a nice colour palette. Mad. I suppose we could do drowish colours. Stop that! I'm not clicking on you, you fuck. That's awesome. I dig that. So I'm just trying to find an atmosphere or a palette that is going to work for this particular piece. Don't necessarily have to be, you know, this is the colours, but just the sensation and vibe. These are all very cool. Cold blues, purples, teals. I haven't done anything in those colours for a while. This is it. This is the one. Why is this picture not loading properly? What? Piss off, I don't want this stuff. Give me that one. Give me the one I just saw. I want that one. Oh, thanks, Hop and Pop. I want that. Give me that piece of artwork, you fucks. You wankers. Oh, look at that, that's cool. Yep, Hop and Puff, you're absolutely bang on, mate. I don't always approach this this way. Oh, that's mad. I don't always approach it this way. I know how to fucking use the internet, mate. I'm not a complete twat. Look. Oh, look, it fucking didn't work again. Fuck off. There must be a picture that's from this page. I will destroy you. Oh yes, Kylo Ren. What a mad dog. Oh my god, I'm gonna stop scrolling in a second. This is the one I want to use. I don't want it to be this shit quality. Just give me a good fucking quality one of that piece of artwork, you fucks. I have different approaches, Hop and Puff. Sometimes I will just grab a paintbrush and start painting and pick a colour at random and see what happens. Sometimes I will pick a piece of artwork, oh this one's not too bad, and try and replicate the ambience, the atmosphere of that with my colour selections. And sometimes, oh that's fucking Jeremy Bonament Tabboul's piece from a very long time ago. Oh yeah, it's Meg's. Legit, this fucking picture is not on here. Can you fuck off right now and stop doing this to me? This makes me want to cry. I like that one. What is there any name about that? What's this called? No, I didn't want to click on that, you fuck. It's pretty good. Here's why I like this. It's got magentas and stuff in there. What happens if I save this picture? It's just dog shit. It's too small. It's a small picture. Yeah, maybe we can work with that. Let's keep searching. I'm gonna Google Warrior Queen, Royal Fantasy Queen art. No, this was a bad selection. What about, oh, Dark Queen. Yeah, that's cool. That's super cool. I like that a lot. Cool. Yeah, see, every now and then I think to myself, it'd be super cool to do a monochromatic piece and just use like the color palette like this one, like have a brown and yellow color palette and just do something fully monochromatic and just rely on value shifts to make it look good. But I just don't think I'm a good enough painter to do that. Oh, that's cool. I'm going to save that one. Legend of the Cryptids. Ooh. I think that we will use this. This is a colour palette I haven't used much. Some magentas and turquoise. I don't think I've used much magenta ever really. I've used purple. You are, so I sound the bells and raise your precious heart. I want every single soul to know that I love you for what you are. Hop and Puff, what do you got for me, you legend? Did you find it? You fucking found it, you mad dog! How did you do that? Oh, he's a king. He's a fucking king. Hop and Puff, the new guy. Oh, my thing's just finished. What about Hop and Puff? Alright, so the thing I like about the one on the right is the warm gold. So I really like the warm gold, but I do like the magentas. So let's try and fuse these two. Yeah, I did get a 3D printer. Yeah, I'm borrowing one. Let me go check my little print thing. Yep. I borrowed an Elegoo Mars 2 Pro from a friend to try it out in preparation for a big project that I'm working on. So this is the first print that I've had be successful. So I'm happy with that. Okay, cool. So yeah, so I love this. Yeah, I love this warm gold on the right. Really love that warm gold, and so I think we'll lean into that on this area here, which is very similar to what Masklins did with his original box art. He's got the warm gold on this thing, so we're going to try that here. But what we'll change up this rock stuff to be very magenta. We might have like magenta rocks, but we'll do it in a non-shit way, hopefully. Because you'll then actually have yellow and purple in a sense, which is complementary colours. So we'll have magenta rocks, we'll swirl that into a purple colour from below, this underlit colour from below, and we'll use magenta for our skin tones. I do like the teal and the gold colours there, so maybe we'll use the magenta, because magenta is also red, which means it'll complement green. So yeah, the feathers, I think we'll keep them pretty dark. Not sure, but you will definitely be doing gold. Wilson! Wilson! That's awesome! Wilson! Everyone should go follow Wilson. I don't know what he doesn't do anything like this. He just plays games, but you should all go. He's been doing it for a lot longer than I have. Go follow that guy. Scavengers stream from 2 days ago.
Okay, fuck. Alright, I almost jumped down the way you went and I sort of ended badly. Alright, go away, Mr. Computer Man. Oh fuck, we're right here, dude.
This is what Wilson's been doing. I don't even know what this shit is. What is happening here? Well, there you go. That's Wilson. Wilson!
How's that all? Did he kill them all?
Good one, Castaway. Is that all you play, mate? Scavengers, Vigor. Oh, I like GTA. I haven't played it, but great. Anyway. This. So that's the plan for tomorrow, friends. We're going to get cracking on her tomorrow. I'm enthusiastic. I think it's going to be a very intriguing project. Trying to fuse all of this. We've got so many contrasting elements. You know, we've got rock, metal, skull, swirly shit, sphere, shit that I put on a base that doesn't actually make any sense, feathers, skin, fabric, metal. It's just a wild fucking figure. Contreras' best figure, I believe, that he's ever done. I knew what you look like anyway, mate. The internet, it's a wonderful thing. I like to know what people look like when I talk to them. Yep, great wing. What? Alright, that's awesome. Well, I think we're going to finish it up there, friends. I don't really want to keep going with those Gaul figures until I get the arm bit, and then we'll finish those off probably next weekend. But we're going to start this chick tonight. Good job, fucking hell. Someone give Hop and Pop a gift sub or something. Give him a pat on the back. How do I give him something? What can I give him? I don't know how to do anything on this. There you go, Hop and Pop. You get some excited Dano faces. Outstanding. Alright, let's go. I think we're going to raid Phoenix today. I think Phoenix is on. Haven't raided him for a while. He's raided me several times. How long has he been going for?
Yeah, I just need to fucking get it finished, mate.
4 hours! He's a fucking nut job.
Simple.
Fuck, he's a good painter though. Yeah, let's go. Let's go raid Phoenix. Haven't raided him in a while. Very nice dude. Yeah,
I was talking about it.
he's a fucking good painter.
In all seriousness, it's not like I never told her because I was worried. It was just I forgot to tell her.
You're all legends. Party Monday tomorrow night. Normal time. Starting this model.
You're doing alright, mate.
It's going to be outstanding. Let's go! Raid!
And like,
Visitors!
in all seriousness,
What
one
I
of the
did.
days of hiding models from Steph. Who was that? Deno! Fucking hell, man. It's not like you to raid me, it's normally the other way around. How are you? Jesus Christ. Hello everyone. How was your stream, Dano? What are you working on? Welcome in, guys. So, this is what we're working on tonight. Fucking perfect, man. So, this is just Mozrob from Games Workshop. We're probably about 60% of the way through now. Omposaurus, welcome in. I'm battling with this side of the squig, to be honest with you, because I'm not overly happy with it at the moment, but it's a bit of a... we're getting there. And this is like a fun project we've been working on as well, which we started last stream. So we've got a couple of projects on the go. Just some shit goals, yeah, fair enough. You do a bit of everything though, didn't you? I'm going to be doing some fantasy stuff, I think. Some army stuff on stream soon. It'll be quite cool. He's come in 2 months. Absolute legend. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to. So feel free to hang around if you want, or go and do something else. No pressure. So, where's the exhaust pipes gone for us? I think I need to put the exhaust on and see how it looks. I didn't figure you should do more speed paints. Yeah, I should. I mean, the thing is, the problem is at the moment, mate, is Golden Demon's coming up. Competition season, Iron Skull and Golden Demon are coming up. And I need to get ready